Hello Bronitas, it is Brony time, and welcome back to Let's Play Spirit of Justice. When we last left off, we've cornered Mr. Rues, and now we are going to accuse him of murder. Anyway, let's get right into it. Don't really care. To murder him! Just why did the culprit have the victim fly up after he appeared in the coffin? And how did the victim actually die, when he was only pretending to be dead in the coffin? If we can figure out how these two questions relate, the answers should become clear. Could it be? Mr. Mystery must have thought he was still just part of a prank when he appeared on stage. He probably didn't suspect a thing as he was being pulled into the air, after Miss Wright was called backstage and just as the set piece fell. But the culprit had already planted the real murder weapon and cushioned the catwalk. It was probably a knife or a blade of some sort. What? You mean... Yes, it really was a magical murder. Just as the prank script said, Mr. Mystery was whisked up into the air. And straight into a blade there in the catwalk. In other words, this murder was committed remotely through the use of a magic trick. What? Remotely? Using this method, it wouldn't matter where Mr. Retness was at the time of death. Ugh. But how exactly does it work, Mr. Justice? Ooh! Flashbacks to Apollo Justice here, just before the murder occurred. The dragon set piece was up in the catwalk. It and Mr. Manov Mystery were connected to each other by a wire at the time. By carrying out the prank plan, Betty made the dragon set piece fall, which caused Mr. Mystery to rocket straight up and into the blade in the cushion. The cushion was high up enough to be hidden from the audience's view. That's why nobody saw the blade. Oh, then that big gash in Mr. Hat's cape. The blade must have been set up overhead sometime before the magic show. Mr. Hat must have been slashed by it too when he was pulled up to the cushion. I can't believe it. I had no idea. I was told that Trilogy would freak out if I made the set piece fall. That's the only reason I did it. You were used, Betty. Roger Retnitz used you. I thought he was my little puppet to boss around, but it was the other way around. After the incident occurred, Mr. Retnitz arrived at the theater. He got the murder weapon and swapped the rubber sword with the bloodied steel one. That's also when he lowered the victim's body down to the stage. But how did he have time to do all that? When the set piece fell, the audience was evacuated from the building. He was able to do all those things after fact because there was no one around to see. Horrific murder camouflaged by a spectacular magic show. Murder only a magician could pull off. As long as the show proceeded as it was scripted, Mr. Mystery was doomed to die. That's why it was you, Mr. Retnitz, who killed the victim, all the way from the TV station. This prank plan, or should I say murder plan, proves your murderous intent. Grabbery! Enough, you dim-witted, ignorant imbecile. Putrid red pepper. You can't possibly have a counter-argument to make. Talk about not knowing when to let it go and move on. Do you have a rebuttal or something, Prosecutor Satomati? No blade of any kind was found in the catwalk, which means you have no evidence to support your theory. But Mr. Retnitz retrieved it after the fact. He wasn't there. Come on, Apollo. Which still leaves you with no way to prove your wildly fantastic remote murder theory. But without proof, does it not make more sense to believe that the murder was committed there on the stage? That's where the bloodstained sword was found, after all. That is a very good point. As the only person who could have committed the crime there on that stage. Trilogy Wright remains the prime suspect. It would appear that what you call truth is little more than a cheap parlor trick. In the end, you have done nothing to prove the accused innocence. It's time to, at last to let it go and move on. Are you seeing this, Magnifique Gramarye? My magic is acting punishment on your granddaughter. The Gramarye name is done for. Apollo, we need to hit them with a decisive piece of evidence here. I know, that's just what I was thinking. Mr. Justice, do you or don't you have anything to prove that the witness committed this remote murder you proposed? Of course I do, Your Honor. This entire incident was carried out exactly according to the script. Right, theoretically there should be no evidence for us to find or use, which means our best bet is to see if something unscripted happened. There's gotta be something Retinitz couldn't have foreseen. Once I find it, that's how I'll expose the murderous trick. Get ready, Mr. Retinitz, because I'm about to reveal the secret to your magic. There are no tricks or gimmicks here, just some good old-fashioned logic. Oh, here we go! Revisitation! As long as the magic show went scripted, the murder would have happened without fail. Everything in this case was carefully planned out so that no evidence would be left behind. Still, one thing happened that definitely wasn't in the plan. But part of the magic show wasn't part of the show's original script. Bonnie's mistake. Bonnie's mistake. Bonnie made a mistake during Truce's escape trick. What mistake did Bonnie make during the magic trick? Hold on, I'm gonna save real quick because this one's really funny and I want to see it, just in case it'll make us lose the game. Her life choices! No, I should never say a person's life choices are a mistake. I'm sure she can be a great musician someday if she works hard at it. Good luck, Bonnie. Anyway, getting back to the case. What was it that Bonnie did during Trucy's escape trick? That was a fuck... That's an achievement? What the fuck? What mistake did Bonnie make? Mr. Hat's positioning. Because Bonnie placed Mr. Hat to the right of the coffin instead of the left, Trucy had to reappear on the side of the coffin opposite to the one in the show's script. But the culprit didn't know what when he first arrived at the theater, which means he was bound to make a slip-up when he tampered with the crime scene. Which part of the culprit's cover attempt was affected by Trucy's new position? Fingerprints on the coffin, I think. Yeah, I think this. Fingerprints on the coffin. Boy, the blood in the coffin hole. Maybe. Thinking Trucy had appeared on the left, the culprit must have put the blood in the left hole. But the blood was eventually discovered in the right during the police investigation. If the killer had originally put the blood on the left side, that means he must have tampered with the scene again afterwards to make it line up with the facts. To make the crime scene consistent with the facts, the culprit must have... swap the coffin sides. That's right, the left and right panels of the coffin are interchangeable. The culprit must have switched the two panels to make the bloodstain fit the facts. But the switch might have also given rise to something unnatural. Oh, I remember now. There was something unnatural about the coffin, and it's just the evidence I need. Sorry, Mr. Retinitz, but I have some very conclusive proof of your guilt. Another bluff, is it? There's no way you have anything of the kind. My magic is real, no trick. No, there are tricks and gimmicks to it, just like any other illusion. Well, what? After the murder, you switched the left to right panels of the coffin, didn't you? Yeah. And because you did, you left behind something very unnatural for us to find. This proves that Roger Retinitz tampered with the crime scene after the murder took place. Those aren't Betty fingerprints, they're his.
Take that!
The fingerprinting results? What about the fingerprints is unnatural? Let's take a look at the prints the victim left inside the coffin, shall we? The victim was facing forward in the coffin, and his print should have looked like this. However, what was found was they were facing the opposite direction. It's quite unnatural for the prints to be facing that way, wouldn't you agree? Duh! It is strange, isn't it? But how did they get this way? They got this way because the culprit thought the magic show had gone according to script. The culprit thought Mr. Hat would be on the left side of the coffin. And Mrs. Wright would also pop up to the left of the coffin as per the show's script. He then assumed she had thrust the sword into the hole on the left side of the coffin. That's why he put blood in the left hole when he was trying to cover up his crime scene. But sometime after leaving the bloodstain, the culprit must have realized his mistake. He found out that due to Bonnie's mistake, Mr. Hat was to the right of the coffin. And despite the script, Miss Wright had thrust the sword into the hole on the right. In short, the hole with blood in it was on the side opposite the one Trucy used. To make this blood location for the facts, he had to tamper with the evidence yet again. So he tried to cover his tracks by switching the coffin's left and right panels. Oh, and that's how the fingerprints in the coffin ended up backwards? Because the culprit switched the two side panels around. The prints ended up facing the opposite direction. But instead of going to all that trouble with the panels, why did the culprit just wipe the blood away and redo it on the other side? I'm afraid that wouldn't have worked, Your Honor, because of a little something called luminol testing. Ah, right. Luminol. I almost forgot. Luminol can detect trace amounts of blood even if it's been wiped away, right? That's right. Wiping the blood away would have only served as proof of its metal. How about it, Mr. Retnitz? I did a pretty good job figuring out your trick, didn't I?
Objection!
Trucy Wright could have done the same just as easily. But I knew proof that it was the witness who tampered with the evidence. Ah, but I do have proof. What? A person who was in the magic show would never have made the mistake of putting the blood on the wrong side. Least of all Miss Wright, who surely would have remembered she was on the other side. Why, you're absolutely right. Why, you impudent. I'm sure you realize by now, Prosecutor Sadamati, that your claim that Miss Wright is the culprit just doesn't hold up. Feh, you and the accused are most certainly bound for hell. Really, Miss Wright and I? Because I think you're the one with a ticket there for trying to convict an innocent girl. That was fucking... that... Prosecutor Sadamati, are you alright? As for the true culprit, he is someone who knew how the show was supposed to go but didn't actually see it. And someone who had the chance to tamper with the crime scene after the incident. And the only person who fits that bill, is you, Roger Retnitz. Grammarly! All of the secrets to your tricks have been revealed. And with no tricks left, I'm afraid your show has been cancelled. Permanently! All of my secrets have been revealed, you say? Don't make me laugh, boy. Mine is the true, real magic. There are no secrets to reveal. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the great true power of Mr. Rues. Witness a magic far greater than true Grammarly's. Burn! Crumble! Fall to my furious flame! The great Mr. Rues will bring an end to you all! And now for the final heir to the Grammarly name, right here, right now. You too shall burn. Huh? No, this isn't right. No, I didn't do anything wrong. No, it's not my fault. I'm not the one to blame. I'm the victim here. What? Stop! No! Ah! Curse you, Gramarye! God dang. What a freaking great breakdown. Curse those Gramaryes. It's all because of them. Even now they wound me. Curse them all to the abyss. Do you really hate us that much? Does your hatred run that deep? Deep enough to kill an innocent man? You're damn right. You have no idea what humiliations I had to suffer. Your grandfather, Magnifique Gramarye, kicked me out after I got hurt practicing my magic. He said I was too unskilled, that I could mess up on stage. He threw me out of the troupe just because he was worried about his own reputation. Since I was but a child, it was always my dream to become a great magician. But then Magnifique, he took it all from me. But that's no excuse. That's no reason to do something so evil. Magic's supposed to make people happy, not used as a means for murder. What's the big deal? I just used what I had available to me, that's all. I get it now. That attitude toward magic is why my grandfather kicked you out. You don't deserve to call yourself a magician. Don't deserve? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. After all, you were completely taken in by my magic, were you not? It's not for that lawyer over there. You would be on your way to prison as we speak. You're right. I didn't see through your tricks. You see? So in the end, Troupe Gramarye was defeated by the great Mr. Rues. You're not fit to lecture me from on high, Trilogy Right. You don't even deserve to call yourself a magician, you naive greenhorn. Take that, Gramarye, you lose. If anyone needs to learn to let it go and move on, it's this guy. This court and my prison can both burn in the flames of my creation. Bailiff, take Mr. Retnich away, and bring a fire extinguisher just to be safe. It looks like we've reached the end. I feel as though I've been watching a grand magic show. It was close, but we just barely made it through somehow. Huh? Why does Trilogy look so down? Miss Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I'm about to announce my verdict. Could I see that wonderful smile of yours? That smile of true entertainer, as I do? Yes, Your Honor. Now then, this court finds the defendant Trilogy Wright not guilty. Court is adjourned. Thank you for everything, Polly. Oh, Trilogy, grazie a Dio. Now I can open your show tomorrow, just as planned. Yep, and it's all thanks to you two. Oh, but now that Mr. Rues is gone, I'll need to find somebody to replace him. I don't like the way she's looking at me. Trilogy, I'm so sorry about everything. Hey, what are you apologizing for? Roger Retnich used us. We're victims too. He even made me an accomplice to murder. But Betty, we had to take some of the blame for this too, you know. Even if we didn't know he was planning to kill Mr. Mystery, we did cooperate with him. It's all my fault, isn't it? Neither one of you is to blame. The only one in the wrong is this person who used magic to commit murder, Roger Retnich. Don't you think I know that? Say what you want, but don't think for a second that I don't still hate you. I guess she really does hate me. But Betty, why? You used to be a huge fan of Trucy's. Hey, shut up! I've always hated her. Really? But if we hadn't seen Trucy's magic show, we never would have tried to become professional magicians ourselves, right? So speak for yourself. But Betty, you still have her autograph from that day. Gosh, just shut up! Was she acting that way this whole time because she secretly loves Trucy? Wow, Trucy, I never knew that being the best could be so tough. Come on, Bonnie, we're leaving. We have to get ready for tomorrow's show. You're really excited about performing Trucy again, aren't you? Then that's not true, so zip it, dummy! Polly, do you think I really am a naive greenhorn, huh? No way, she's not. Trucy, don't tell me you're taking what Retinid said to heart. Well, maybe a little. I didn't see through his tricks and I let myself be taken in by his magic. I can't trust myself anymore. Maybe he was right to call me a greenhorn. You shouldn't take stock in his words. He doesn't even know the first thing about me. Huh? You're a wonderful grammary magician. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you, Apollo. What makes you say that? I know you're a wonderful grammar magician because of this. A notebook.
Take that!
Mr. Grandfather's notebook? The Grammary Creed. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. When you performed your magic trick in court today, you showed the world your dedication to your troop's creed. Even through all the jeering, you could just smile on your face and won the crowd over. You're everything Manaphy could have hoped for in an heir. You're a great magician, Trucy. A great magician? Me? You really are. That's why you don't have to worry about what Retinid said. Polly, thank you. Still, I couldn't have done it without you. I would have lost my nerve if I'd been alone up there. But I was able to keep on smiling because of you. Me? I remember what you said to me in the detention center. Birds are what kept me going. God dang it, I keep clicking them. Apollo, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now I can be everything I was meant to be. Reese's real smile is the best. So glad I could help make that happen. Emma? I'm really sorry, Trucy, for everything. But why? Well, I wasn't able to convince Prosecutor Satamati what a good person you are. And I had to testify against you, too. You have nothing to apologize for. You were just doing your job. You're too kind. Oh, I don't know about that. Is something wrong, Emma? Oh. Prosecutor Satamati, what are you doing here? Detective Sky. Yes? I require your forensics expertise in order to close this case. Come, let us go. Wait, Prosecutor Satamati! The trial is over, Mr. Justice. You and I are strangers once more, with no further need to interact. Strangers? Have you really forgotten all about me? What? You really changed, Nayahota. Telling me to let it go and stuff? What happened to you? O lawyer of impure soul, I have nothing to say to the likes of you. Are you serious, Nayuta? Now, if you'll excuse me. There he goes. What was that all about, Apollo? How do you know Prosecutor Sonomati? Let's just say we're old acquaintances. Acquaintances? It seemed like something more than that. Yeah, well, you don't like to talk about your past, do you? Because you always change the subject. I guess I'll have to talk about it someday. Probably the last case of this game. Come on, Apollo. Come on, let's forget about the past and celebrate Trucy's future. Sure, if you say so. Hey, it's Mr. Wright. Put on speakerphone, Apollo. What's up, Mr. Wright? Apollo, how's Trucy? What happened at the trial? Did you get a not guilty verdict? Mr. Wright, slow down. Everything's fine. Hi, Daddy. I'm okay now. She was found not guilty in a very dramatic turnabout. Plus, we saved the office. It was a great victory for Apollo. Whew, that's a load off my mind. I can't thank you enough, Apollo. Now I know I can trust you to hold down the fort anytime. Me? Really? Yes, you. You're a real full-fledged lawyer now in my eyes. A full-fledged lawyer? I still can't wrap my mind around it. Thank goodness you were the one to take care of everything. And thank you, Apollo. No need to go that far, boss, especially not in front of everyone. Oh, and by the way, I won't be able to make it to tomorrow's show, so I was hoping you could go. You'll do that for me, won't you? Of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Full-fledged. So Daddy asked you to come to tomorrow's show, huh? As my assistant, right? No. He just asked me to go cheer you on. Okay, then I'll be sure to save you the best seat in the house, Polly. The best seat in the house? I really appreciate the thought, but... Good, then it's settled. Oh, here we go. It's the performance. It's at the theater. I thought it was gonna be some, and next time on the next case. I should have known. I should have known. Oh, God. This is what she meant! Magical girl, true spirit, right? Will now perform her greatest illusion yet. There are no tricks or gimmicks here, ladies and gentlemen. This is real magic. Wait a minute, you're kidding, right? There is a trick to give or gimmick, right? I'm too young to die. Now then, Mr. Hat, you know what to do with that sword. No, wait, stop! No! And that is how Trucy and Grammarlyland ended on a rousing high note, with a big round of applause and Polly's ear-splitting screams. What kind of an ending is that? Oh. Okie dokie, folks. This has been a really good game so far. Like both these cases, I've been invested to the very end to see what happens next. Which wasn't really possible. I really think this is a combination of all Shu's work up to the point he released this game, because, I mean, it's enjoyable, the characters were fun, the twist was good. I didn't see Mr. Retnitz being Mr. Rues coming at all, so they did a pretty good job with that. But yes, please let me know what you all think of this case in the comments below, and thank you all for watching. Please do a like, comment, and subscribe to any time of our content, especially more Spirit of Justice. Also, please make sure to share this video far and wide so we get many eyes on the series as possible. Now, I am going to be doing a little bit of looking in to see if I should play the special case before Case 3, because that's how it was in Dual Destinies. But we will see. I will check it out, and I might see you next time for the special case. See you next time.